Hey everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd take another look at the workshop and see what was out there, and got a lot of very, very cool creations by a bunch of different authors to look at again this week, which is really awesome here. So all these are being shown in Reforged Eden. I believe they're all compatible with Reforged Eden, but if they're not, we'll try to correct that going through the ships here. So the very first one here is the LF Quasar IV Carrier by LyfeForse, and I have seen this ship already, so it is not a new ship for me to see. I did check this one out already about a week ago, and it's extremely cool ship. I'm glad to see it up on the workshop now and everything like that. So what we're looking at here is a Imperial large like flatbed carrier. It also has two Helios module bays on it, large hangar, a ton of upgrade potential on it. But despite its size and appearance, it's actually quite modest on its initial CPU. So it's fully functional, and it's surprisingly low on its CPU usage. It's actually quite a bit under Core 9 setup the way it sits, but it has a ton of potential upgrades you can put into it, and a lot of CPU usage could be done depending on how you want to outfit the ship and how much say thrust power and other things you would like to add to it. A bunch of different upgrade options. So I just thought I'd fly around the hall a little bit so you can get a good look at what's going on here. And also, it's notable too that the ship uses a lot of different shades of gray and things to accomplish its texturing, which I think is really, really cool. I love to see all the breakups and different options going on here with the how it was painted in general. I got my light on, don't I? I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize I had my light on. But another thing that I just really, really dig on this ship here is the thruster assembly. Now, this looks very Imperial to me, and I do believe this was based around, or heavily based around, a actual Imperial ship in the movies or shows. Uh, but what I think is just amazingly cool is the way the author set up the thruster assemblies in the back of the ship here. I love the block work with all these. You got these nice round looking block thrusters. But keep in mind, every one of these is a real thruster upgrade port. But it's really cool how they look like they're thrusters without the thrusters in place. Obviously, we have some real thrusters on the outer edges there, some Reforged Eden drive thrusters. But beyond that, you can add another 11, I believe, drive thrusters to this ship going forward, and a lot more in other directions as well. Well, a ship like this, it's good to have a lot of forward thrust and generally a lot of thrusters all the way around, simply because it's kind of designed to park other full-size CVs and other things on the top of it. Not to mention it has quite a large hangar as well. So potentially you could have a lot of weight on this ship, and then you definitely want the upgrade potential to move all that weight decently in space, and this certainly can handle that. So just a ton of potential upgrades there. Let's fly around the bottom side here a little bit too, and we'll get up to the top side. Even on the bottom side too, there's just a lot of breakups in detail, like this pipe work that's kind of going through the hull over here, and just changes in the blocks where it's kind of going up and down. You got some technical looking stuff and some texture lights in that area. Very, very, very cool. Very cool. It took a lot of time to build a ship like this, and again, it's quite a large ship too. And obviously on the hangar doors, you get into the hangar on the doors on either side of the ship over here, and they actually will loop around, so the whole hangar kind of joins up with itself right through the center of the ship. Then you have your Helios module bays here. So it has your kind of like your standard module door lineup and things like that, and you kind of just pull in there and park it. Probably line up your cursor right to about where that equals is, and I think that would put you in there good. And then you pull up, and it kind of locks you into position so you're nice and level with the flooring going in and out between the module and the main ship. And then we have our bridge up over here. So on the top side, again, really like the way that's done as well. We've got some like different landing strips and landing pads, stuff like that. A lot of shuttle changes of like gray coloring that kind of adds some more depth into the painting of it, basically. Just little things like what you see going on over here. You got like this texture, that in the middle, but it's following a formation going along the hull, which kind of gives it some, looks really cool that way. Definitely looks really cool that way. A lot of thin block usage on the top of this as well. You can notice that most of these, pretty much the entire landing strips are actually a very subtle like thin block layer above the top of the hull there, which is looks really cool, and it allows you to kind of recess in some texture lights into the like these runways and things like that, which I also think looks really, really good. All right, so I'm going to get in. I'm going to get aboard this. I think I'm going to start with the front end of the ship here and try to work my way back. Now, again, I have seen this ship myself already, but you guys definitely got to see this if you haven't seen it already. So let me adjust the lighting here. So as soon as you get into the front bridge, and I think it has another place to pilot the ship at as well. I'll probably get lost again. It's a pretty big ship. But yeah, so you got your main bridge, first person capable bridge up front here, which is really cool. You have some general information about some setups here. It has a lot of upgrade information, a video you can check out, which will kind of go over a lot more of the ship on how to do all the upgrades and things like that. More information on this side. So yeah, the author spent a lot of time just trying to make sure that whoever gets this ship kind of understands it and knows how they should use it. Well, not necessarily how they should use it, but how you can upgrade it and things like that. So I'm gonna yeah, just look at all these scenes. Oh, it just looks so cool, kind of peering down in that hallway there. So I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go down one of these elevators to this deck over here. So we're still kind of in the front area of the ship, and we have a boarding ramp that would go down to the ground there. We have a couple different color schemes as well. So you have your Imperial color scheme, which it probably is at right now, and then there's a Rebel Alliance color scheme as well. So you can also use the color tool, grab that code, and paste it in there, and swap some colors around on the ship. And then it even tells you about coloring other things on here. Just a lot of information. Again, it takes a lot of time for the author to put in all this information, and it's all for helping out the whoever decides to try to use this in game to know how to upgrade it and everything like that. So we got some more elevators right over. Actually, that's where I came down at, isn't it? So let's go this way here a minute. This is another elevator there. So now we're kind of right out in the center section of the ship here, and you can see all the module bays and the hangar bays there. So actually, I think I do want to go up and across the top. Right here. Didn't go quite far enough up. So let's go back to the front here. Yeah, there's a lot of places to see. I didn't even notice this when I was down in the bridge, but there's kind of a bit of a balcony over here. And really cool looking hallways. This kind of hexagon kind of pattern, really fitting for Imperial type of creations, and it just generally looks really cool. A nice kind of rigid edges, a lot of detail going on, even in this small hallway. I mean, look at all the stuff you see going on in here with the texture lights, different texturing. You got some tanks over here, things like that, and a lot of LCDs that are going to give you directional information in the ship as well. Like we know CPU storage is going to be down this way somewhere, and there we have it. What a cool setup there for CPU blocks. Again, crazy cool looking hallway. Very Star Wars like again, which is really cool. Lots more room to add in additional CPU as well. And you'll see why. There's so many upgrade options on this. You could seriously put in a lot of CPU into the ship, but you don't need to. It's completely optional, which is awesome. So we'll go right through there to the transit corridor, and this is still kind of going across the center section of the ship above that hangar and module docking area. So, and then we have some various other places here. We have the Twisted Tantrum Cantina. So, yeah, kind of a small, well, it's not that small. Nice, like a bar-like place here. Oh, that's really wild. I didn't even notice that before. So, yeah, it's got kind of a different pathway going that way to that particular sitting room or whatnot. Got to have our menu and our crazy drinks and things. Got the VIP lounge over here. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, it looks quite cozy. Yeah, just stuff like that. Yeah, you gotta have some fun when you're building these ships here. So on the other side we got crew quarters and officer quarters. And yeah, that certainly looks like it would be the case. Got some bunk beds over there. You know what? Yeah, I was gonna try to not be in God mode so much. So here, let me just walk around on foot here. Forgot about that. Sorry about that. Like these kind of ways you can kind of see like the front part of the ship through the glass over here. It's a little dark right now because I'm trying to see the interior lighting, but yeah, that's just cool things. Adds more detail and whatnot. So and these ways would obviously go down to these lower sections here. Oh, I'm not even in that same area anymore. So many corridors and places to go. All right, where do I go from here? Okay, so we're out back to the main hallway here. Let's head this way. So we got some turbo lifts, and obviously they're going to go down to all kinds of different parts of the ship. I'm going to stay on this floor now, and we'll head down in a little bit. Again, look how cool this hallway is. Love this texture light in the ceiling here and the way it's kind of set up. Just looks super detailed. And again, along the side here too, we do have some storage controllers and other actual parts here. Now we're getting over here. We got our auxiliary bridge, solar storage, and container storage. So let's head in one of these areas and check this out. So you've got a whole room over here to pop in container storage, and it's all kind of labeled on the ground on where to set the container extensions and whatnot, and what size they're going to be. And I noticed the author in certain areas of the ship, I think it was set up to do either 320s or 640s. And you also have some places for, I'm not sure on this one right over here. Oh yeah, solar panels. You can also see the markings up on the top. They are reminiscent of where you can also place solar panels in this room. So it's kind of a dual function depending on how you want to set it up. You can add a bunch of solar panels, or you can add a bunch of storage controllers, or any combination of either that will fit in here, which is really cool setup here. I like the way that's done, and all the markings on the ceiling would indicate like where a large solar panel goes. So nice option again here in the ship. Let's go across the hall to storage. Wait a minute. Let me get the light on. Okay, there we are. I might have it a little bit too dark. Let's go around this edge. So this is that area where I believe you can link up some 320s to make some 640Ks. Like you'd fill this in with a 320 and this with a 320, and then basically it would indicate where you put your controller and how they link up, and then you would end up with some 640K controllers. So I mean, a nice use of space too. I mean, it looks kind of nice. I mean, for not having super intricate blocks, but the functionality here is really cool. Nice thinking on that. So again, a lot of upgrade potential even on the storage department beyond everything else here. And it also tells you how to deal with that and how to merge like two 320s to make a 640 if you want, depending on if you're using this in vanilla or Reforged. And I believe this is dual compatible between both. And I believe it's set up with 4 advanced CPU cores currently, which would give it the 10 million CPU in vanilla. I might have been... Did I get twisted around here? I'm not sure. I don't think so. Again, killer looking hallway. Lots of places to check out on this ship. Yeah, we're back over to kind of the back part of that room area. So a pretty large section here, just devoted for adding solar panels and additional storage. A lot of additional storage and whatnot. Down on the other side over here too. All right. So what I did want to do though is get back. Let me go this way. I'm sure I'm getting lost. I feel like I'm getting lost, but it's probably my own fault here. Let me go all the way down to over here, and I believe we are very close to some hangar areas now. Let me go out one of these doors here. Again, this is pretty wild. Yeah, now we're out into the hangar area in the back of the ship. It's a very large hangar as well. Do have some boarding ramps on the back of the ship. There's your kind of front hangar doors, and here is right around the area. I think, yeah, we got our module bays up over there. That's how you would access those. And it's also cool how the hangar kind of either side of the hangar links in the middle, and then you've got some engineering rooms and stuff off to the side of this area as well. I think we might have kind of walked through here already on this room. Let's go across the hall here to the primary bank for auxiliary bank and infirmary. And it's just interesting that, you know, all the hallways and stuff. It does feel like you should have like some stormtroopers walking through, and of course a Jedi breaking into the ship to shut it down or something like that. Very cool though. It tells about all this too on your storage. Again, a lot of info on the ship as you go through it with LCDs and whatnot. I think I missed another room off the front over here as well. All kinds of different places, but everything looks so cool. Like every area you walk through, like look at this display over here, device house too, and it looks really, really cool the way it's set up, just with the block works and the kind of multi-layered depth in the block work as well. Let's go through the center on this area. Yeah, or God, you know, maybe we walked through here already, but or maybe not. Yeah, I think we might have. Again, really cool LCD work everywhere you go. In other words, you just got just a huge amount of detail in the ship, and yeah, it's just a fun one to definitely tour, and it looks very useful in game as well. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, I want to try to see. I'm lost, guys. So if I'm wandering around aimlessly here, I apologize. I'll probably have you definitely try to get this one and check it out on your own too, because again, there's so much to see. I could spend a very long time just on this one ship, and you definitely kind of want to see it for yourself. But like every inch of the interior looks amazing. Tons of LCD work. Tons of upgrades. Here's like an area for hydroponics. Man, so many things to see here. So I might have ended up all the way back at the top. Yeah, CPU storage. Yeah, it definitely feels realistic here. Anyway, please check this ship out. I know I missed areas, but my goodness, it is a big ship, and the spec-wise are going to be fairly impressive here too. And again, keep in mind a ton of upgrades for this ship, especially in the realm of thrusters and shields and other things, and probably weaponry, storage, solar, you name it. It's really set up for the long haul in gameplay here. All right, so to start with on the specs, we are unlock level 25, size class 21, 49 forward, 14 strafing, 49 lift, 49 reverse, and 27 down. Keep in mind, a lot of thruster upgrades, so a lot of these stats can change significantly. But that's not bad. I mean, that's not too bad, even stock. 24 fuel tanks, 13 oxygen tanks. It does have some drone defensive weapons on it currently. Again, you can greatly increase this as well. 23 hour and 8-minute build time. Uses a little bit of estrium and zacosium, or estrum and zacosium, sorry about that. And Yeah, not so bad though. Not for a large CV like this. CPU wise, it's basically running 4 advanced CPU cores, so it's completely compatible with vanilla as well. Vanilla will show this as 10 million CPU, but the author dialed it in to work with both, which is really cool. It's kind of challenging to do that as well. You got to leave a lot of stuff out and things like that. Hence why it has so many upgrades options, is just to get this these numbers balanced here, which is again awesome that it can be used in both Reforged and vanilla. Let's see. So beyond CPU, let's take a look at its stock storage. Again, obviously you've seen a lot of places where you can add in additional storage, a lot more storage. But yeah, so we've got looks like total 320s. It kind of divided up between harvest, ammunition, regular storage. But what do we got there? 7 320s, and then some other larger storage areas, like a couple of these 56K ones. Farm one for 80, VIP cargo 24K, plus some a couple random boxes and things in it as well. So a decent amount of storage stock, but heavily expandable, which is really cool as well. And man, gosh, yeah, you guys just grab this ship, sub it, check it out. It's just really cool. A lot of time, attention to detail, and other things went into this, and there's so much to see in here, so many upgrade options that I didn't even kind of tour through going through here, because I was kind of worried about the length of the video here. But obviously you can even add in more of these generators. I know it does the shield parts. I thought it did fusion reactors, a whole lot of thruster upgrades everywhere. In fact, yeah, most of the like extra space in the ship was really devoted towards upgrading it. Like here's an area where you're adding in 4 drive thrusters over here. Again, really cool options that way. So you can really make this thing fly awesomely and move a lot of other ships and cargo and whatnot with it. So again, yeah, this is the LF Quasar IV Carrier by LyfeForse. Very nice ship. All right, so the next ship here, this is the Crusader Destroyer by Triolis. I apologize if I messed up the author's name there, but yeah, this looks like a kind of a tried and true combat-oriented ship. Definitely, even with the name on it, Crusader Destroyer sounds very combat focused, and it certainly looks that way too. Yeah, cool looking ship here. A lot of launchers, a lot of turrets. Kind of looks like it's set up for probably a front end area. I wouldn't doubt that this is filled in with a lot of blocks just to take heavy hits. We'll see though. I'll fly through the hull at some point here. And a lot of some beefy thrust on here as well. So you've got a couple XL or drive thrusters for strafing back over here. You got 3 forward drive thrusters on here. Let me just kind of go over the bottom side a little bit here too. So yeah, we got a lot of looks like a lot of sentry guns down in the middle here. That's an interesting setup there, and some other turrets. So yeah, I don't think the bottom of this can't take it. Dish out some damage too. It looks like it certainly would do that. Yeah, very cool. Then the front of it kind of lights up here. You've got some actual of the big lights, plus the texture lighting right there. So on the top side, you got kind of a recessed bridge back over here, which is again a great idea for a combat ship. So you get that first-person view option, but it's put back. It's positioned back from the front of the ship. The front of the ship will probably, I wouldn't doubt, would have some decoys and some other things to attract the AI to shoot this general area, and this is probably heavily reinforced. And then all your good guns and everything are back over here, usually out of range for the AI to, or the AI would likely not target the stuff back here and be shooting at the front of the ship, which is exactly how this is set up to win the battle. So yeah, very cool, very cool. All right, let me get aboard here, and I'll try to adjust the lighting And get out of God mode too. Alright, let's go up in here. Looks like, yeah, as soon as we get in, we got a lot of stuff going on here. So, looks like we got a couple storage rooms, some NPCs around the area here. So, yeah, very cool. We got storage controllers, some extra cargo boxes. Looks like we're going into a medical bay over here. And we got all our specialized equipment, probably a shower and toilet over in this area. And we got a staff over here. So that's awesome. Just about every ship I like to see all this in, especially if it's like your main CV or whatnot, because obviously there's a lot of medical conditions in Empyrion, and it's really nice to have something that can pretty much fix everything one stop without using a lot of built meds and things like that. So off the other side here, it's kind of asymmetrically done, which is really cool as well. So we got some more storage and things like that, but more of a kind of a chill out place, break room or whatnot, and then some production back over here. So advanced constructor, small constructor, some more, another storage controller, armor repair and armor locker over on the other side of the room here. So everything's really, as soon as you walk aboard, you've got all this functionality like right next to you, which is a great place for that. And then getting back over here, yeah, check this out. So we got, we're running some beefy shield parts of this. I kind of figured that. It's just the type of ship it is. So certainly running some large shield pieces over here. And obviously mediums and smalls. So we'll have to take a look at the total shield strength on this ship here as well. But looks like it's packed in pretty good with just a lot of shield parts. And then we got some thruster access back here as well. Looks like some ladders to get up there. Yeah, take one of these here a second. Oh, even some RCS back over here. Yeah, it's kind of cool the way it's set up, though. It certainly looks like an engineering area. I like how you can kind of get around. If you had to fix various parts from the inside here, you could do that with thrusters and things like that. What do we got in the side rooms here? Ah, more medium shield parts. Okay, so we're just kind of looking through the glass there. So definitely this room here would be like engineering and shielding. There's our main shield, and warp drive's right above there. That really blends in nicely. But I like how the author used a lot some like pink texture lights here to accent the pink texture lights you'd find on, especially like the warp drive in the Pentaxa tank over to the side there. A little security in the area. And this will kind of wrap around to all the other shield parts and thruster access points and things like that. I do have some rooms above there too, so let me try to find my way over to those. So let's get up here. So yeah, we got a CPU core room for sure here. Okay, so we can add in 5 aux cores, 5 quantum cores per side. It looks like, or cores on each side. Yep. So a lot of locations to add additional CPU cores. I have a feeling too it's going to need it with that kind of shield package plus the weaponry. I'm pretty sure this is going to need well beyond the Core 9 CPU. I'm just a guess right now. I don't think you could put all that in with 2.1 million CPU, and this ship isn't really designed for that. It kind of looks like it's really designed to take out some pretty beefy endgame bad guys and things like that. So we got some crew rooms out in the area here. Somehow I got a little twisted in here. I thought I came through an elevator from somewhere. Nope, I didn't. Over this way. Yeah, there it is. So let's go up another deck here. And what we got here? Looks like we're getting into our bridge here. Or at least the God, that's a trip with the glass here. It almost looks like you could walk out there. But yeah, very cool. So we got some crew members here, but this is kind of like the lower bridge area, I would say. Mainly NPC crews and technical equipment and things like that. And utility function right off the back here. This is probably going to go out to a landing pad out back here, which is an awesome feature as well. So really quick and easy in the ship parking a vessel. And it tells you what it's going to need here. So 10 aux and 10 quantum cores to balance the CPU. I do believe it too. Running this kind of shield package again would be take a lot of CPU up, especially with all the weapons. And then we got our main first-person bridge again, pushed back from the front of the ship, which is an awesome idea for combat. And we also have our quick access port right into the bridge here. Let me get back into God mode. So yeah, really, it's just set up beautifully for a combat type CV and Empyrion. It's got like everything you would really want for a combat ship. A lot of shield, a lot of weaponry. It looks like it's going to be fairly maneuverable too. Some pretty beefy thrusters on here. And I did want to fly through the nose area. So yeah, look at this. This is basically a decoy thruster there, just one of the little dinky ones, a decoy turret. Probably I'll have to see. Is this Xeno blocks in here? Yeah, Xeno blocks. So great block for hit points versus its weight. And a lot more decoys back in here. Even these, kind of looks like these down thrusters over here could be all blown away too. In fact, I think you could lose pretty much everything up to a certain point here. And the ship is still going to be fully functional. Yeah, very cool. I just one last thing. I just want to see its base hull material, see if it's fluctuating or not. So we do have hardened steel, at least across the front area. On the outside, obviously some tougher blocks on the inside, and then it kind of goes when you get out to the outer parts of the ship here. It actually is switching over to, I don't know, some carbon in here and some other stuff. It's very hull specific, and I'm sure the author did that to strengthen the hull where it needs to be strengthened and keep it as light as possible in the process, which is exactly kind of what you want to do. So. Anyway, let me get the lights back on. We'll take a look at some numbers here. And all right, so we are not that big of a size class. So unlock level 25, size class 4, 41 forward, 31 strafing, 35 lift, 28 reversed, 39 down. Got 17 fuel tanks, 8 oxygen tanks. Quite a barrage of stock weaponry, and a lot of these are like, I don't know, your tier 2 weapons as well. So heavy positrons, heavy flat cannon, that kind of thing. So a lot of firepower on here. 27-hour and 5-minute build time. I did expect it to need quite a bit of Estrum and Zacosium here, and it does. But again, the guns, the shields, the weapons, all that stuff takes up quite a lot here. So CPU-wise, basically, it said right in there that you're going to need to add 10 quantum and 10 auxiliary cores to balance the CPU out. So that is just something you need to do on virtually any combat ship with this kind of specifications on it, with this many guns of higher tier and shielding, plus the other main parts of the ship and thrusters and all that fun stuff. Here, I didn't really want to look at that yet. Main stock shield on here, 159,800. So definitely a lot there. Do have some upgrade LCD information in the P menu, and a lot of different P menu options with alarm, EMPs, cruise missiles, guns, constructors, and lights. So storage. What do we got here? It looks like we got 320k ammo bays, which is great for a ship like this. And that's pretty much where its focus is. So we've got some cargo pallets and other miscellaneous stuff. But again, this is a very focused combat ship here. So it's that's where its storage is, and 3 of those is nice. That's a nice setup for the amount of guns and weapons on here. Allow you to engage in pretty elongated combat things. So this is more one of those ships that you kind of want to take on like some dreadnoughts and stuff with. Certainly is quite maneuverable for its size and weight and everything like that. Tons of firepower, big shield on it. Plus your general utility function, quick access in and out of the bridge, decoys on the front. It pretty much hits every checkbox for a combat ship. So again, very, very cool. This is the Crusader Destroyer by Trillius, if I said that right. Very, very cool ship there. All right, so the next creation here, this is a bit unusual. I was trying to, and this one is actually, okay, so the name of the ship is the Lavarentos, or RG2 Lavrentus, Lavrentis, CV by Salusticor. And this one, I was kind of looking at the workshop description a little bit, and it basically said this is a clonus replica of the Merciless ship from Everon, which is a different game that you build spaceships in, by an author called Mighty Brancor. So this is basically a ship that was made by another author in a different game that allows you to build spaceships that was Salusticor decided to do kind of like a replica-ish of it for Empyrion. And yeah, I think this is really unique design for a ship here. I had a bit of problems when I spawned it in though, and I don't know why this is because I was looking at the core setup on it. It kind of looks like it's sort of set up for Reforged Eden core style, but it was lacking any generators, and I had this gap here in the front where no generators were in there. So it doesn't actually have a generator in here right now, and it didn't say anything about that in the description on the workshop. So I was kind of curious if that's just kind of maybe I brought it. Maybe this is supposed to come in vanilla, and I'm showing it in Reforged, and for some reason it's stripping out a generator. And I don't even know if a generator was supposed to go over here or not. But yeah, really cool looking design here. I like the general style of it. You just don't see ships like this in Imperium virtually at all. I mean, like the Halifax would be kind of sort of like that, or a lot of variants of that ship. But yeah, this one's kind of a skinny, like certainly looks like a transport cargo ship. And it does have some asymmetrical features on it too. Like this is actually the bridge out here on this side. I had my light on again. Sorry about that. And some interesting. This is kind of a cool looking configuration over here too, with the gun on the side. That's a really cool looking like turret mount position there. So it does have some defensive properties on here. The author said he has no idea how it would do in combat. But yeah, it certainly looks like a freighter, like a bulk freighter type of idea. And I really like the asymmetrical features. It's kind of subtle. I mean, more towards the back from what I can tell right now. But that's really cool how it's got the bridge off to one side and things like that. And the general block work on this looks really, really good too. I love this thruster setup back over here. Cool looking blocks around there, and like everything else, it's kind of stacked vertically, which is again really cool. Now the only thing that's still bothering me, and I'm wondering if I shouldn't just pop in at least a generator, and I don't really know why it doesn't have a generator in here stock. We do have fuel, and that probably turned it on. Yeah, okay, so our thrusters are all operational now. But yeah, very nice, very nice. Let's just take a look at the underside of this. So we got some different, like the little caution tape pieces there. Looks like we got some cool looking lights and texture lights on the bottom as well. Some sentry guns over there. Looks like another lift thruster on the front there as well. Alright, so I'm going to find my way aboard here. Not sure exactly where. I want to see if it did have some, yeah, looks like we've got a ramp right here. Open. I think that's the ramp. I'm trying to get it open, but it doesn't seem to want to open up for me. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we do have a way in on the ship over here. So let's get up to this area here. Let me adjust the lighting a little bit here as well. Try to get it somewhere in the middle there. And out of God mode. Alright, so Yeah, as soon as you walk in, it certainly looks like a spaceship. Like the hallway section over there. It looks like we got a warp drive in the very back over here. Pentaxa tank up on the ceiling. I think that's a fuel tank over there. Like the walkway or the railings across that section there. That's very cool. And CPU core blocks back over here as well. And we got an elevator. Let's take this up a little bit here. And it kind of looks like we get to, goes forward over here. So I wouldn't doubt this walks through the bulk carrier areas. Again, a lot of asymmetrical stuff going on in here too. If you notice, like this side's totally different than the other side over here. That looks really cool. And I think this is really designed to look like a freighter. It really has that freighter feel to it. I think the author really pulled off that feel and look very, very nicely here. Oh, I like this asymmetrical pipe going down this one side over here too. And we got kind of this elevated catwalk walking through. Kind of looks like some bulk storage areas. Again, really cool industrial look here. Nice use of texture lights on the sides there as well. And oh yeah, here's the shield. So we got a shield sitting in this general area. These are actually pretty big room areas over here. You probably go, and it does have a lot of storage controllers, it looks like, in the area too. We'll definitely have to check out its storage. And I think this just keeps on going forward. But it does change. Every room is a little bit different in here. What do we got up there? Oh, that's an advanced constructor up there. Interesting. And gets a little dark out in this section here. I'm going to try to run through here. Spooky. Oh, I like the piping down below. Oh, down below the catwalk as well there. Let me turn on my jetpack here. Okay, stop. Okay, there we go. And then moving forward here, let me get the light on a little bit here. This is, yeah, there's probably purposely no lights in this area because, again, it's more of a freighter and storage and things like that. And I think we got a crouch actually here to get through this area. Why is my crouch key not working? Not sure. What happened to crouch? Oh, there. Okay, there it is. I have it mapped in different games differently. I'll have to change it for Empyrion. And yeah, up over here, it looks like we've got a gravity generator, a gravity generator on the front side of the ship here. And this kind of goes up into that open area on the top that just to me looked like it was missing a part that was supposed to be here. And I can't explain why that is, but I know this would fit like an advanced generator in here, but it's like 3 blocks wide, and those are only 2 blocks wide. So I don't know exactly what's going on with that, or why maybe this was made specifically for vanilla. But I've never seen that problem before with the generators on CVs. So or like disappearing if I bring it into Reforged, unless something did change. I don't know. Again, yeah, very, very cool ship. Inspired, by another author in another game that built a spaceship, and Solusticor really liked that and wanted to do it in EGS, which is really, really cool. So again, a big bulk, like freighter carrier here. Let's look at some numbers. So we're doing 46 forward, 28 strafing, 28 lift, 24 reverse, and 24 down. 13 fuel tanks, 13 oxygen tanks. Do have some missile turrets, some laser turrets, quite a few sentry guns on here, and a detector. Obviously, I had warp drive and shield as well. 17-hour and 8-minute build time. Pretty light usage on Estrum and Zacosium. CPU-wise, yeah, this is probably kind of set up for vanilla, I bet. I got some things that are a little wrong here in Reforged. Let me just take a look at its core setup. See, but this doesn't make any sense if it was vanilla, because it is 2 basics and 2 improved, which is not a combination It's not really a combination for vanilla or reforged with 2 basic CPU cores. I didn't know you could put that on a ship. So I'm not sure how this is set up um, with some of this stuff going on here. Obviously, it's not running real high CPU, and you can easily balance this off in either vanilla or reforged Eden. Uh, or maybe this is made for something different entirely. I'm not sure. So I'm a little bit confused at the setup on the CPU and things like that. Let's take a look at some storage on here. So yeah, we got a 640. Looks like two 640Ks, 320K for ammo, and yeah, I guess that's about it on there. So yeah, the storage controllers that we did see were kind of in that center kind of freight area, somewhere along the hull length here. And one last thing I just want to take a look at too is its main specs here. So we do have a shield at 4,200 hit points. I do have a blast door P menu option as well on here. So yeah, again, very very cool looking ship. It certainly looks like it could be a good like NPC ship in the game too, like something flying around in the galaxy that you could attack or loot or just ignore. Depending on what you want to do with it. But yeah, really cool looking look to this ship here. Again, this is the Lavos CV by Celesticor RG2. Very, very cool. So the next one here, this is a pretty interesting creation here. This is a Helios Port Argo Navas REK by Author Crush, spelled with a K. And this is, yeah, very cool looking kind of a space hangar setup here. Kind of looks like you would construct or repair spaceships in here. But it also, interesting aspect of it too, it looks like it has like little spaceships kind of docked in here as well, like little fighters, each with their turrets. It's kind of its defense there as well. Retractable missile turret. Oh, it's got some upgrade options right there. 155, pick in group 1 gunship missile. Okay, so yeah, you can add a lot more weaponry here to for the defense of this as well. Really cool looking block work here. These very complex, kind of looks like they're bendable, flexible pieces that could open up and expand to hold in like a spaceship for repairing or having all kinds of different stuff going on here. But yeah, really cool. I love this setup here with kind of, you know, the round mechanism going on there, building up these big arms in there. And yeah, really cool texturing as well throughout this. And you got this big center section here. This is where I imagine there's some interior space out in here. And also really cool what the author did with this, with the big letters for the words here. You got the Argo, and that's Navas across the top there. Very cool. Definitely like that. And even this setup over here too, it's kind of interesting too, because you've got this mechanism here, then it looks like it's using some kind of other technology or magnetic technology to attach this to these outer arms over here. Very interesting setup there. And we got a whole barrage of lower like fighters or gun turret mount positions down over there, and on this side as well. And obviously through the center here, quite a large landing platform. Yeah, you could fit most CVs in here, I think. I mean, except for the biggest of the big ones. But you could kind of park those down the center there, and seriously, it looks like a big space, either constructor or repair bay or both. And we got this LCD right here, exactly where the repair bay actually is. So yeah, certainly designed to repair large CVs and things like that. And that's cool. You can't miss that. Well, to know where that repair bay is when you're coming in at this. Let me fly around the underside here to see what's going on. I'm not 100% sure if it does have an interior or not. It kind of looks like it would. There's some pretty bulky areas out in here. So I'll keep an eye out for doors and stuff too. But look, yeah, block work looks great. Interesting. Look at all the stuff going on right in this general area here. That's a cool looking window formation, and just a lot of like busy work, but it gives a lot of detail and depth. Cool looking frame structure around here. It's also got kind of almost looks like those would move around a little bit too. Yeah, this is quite a massive creation. Just kind of flying around in here. We're up on the top side again. Again, I'm just kind of trying to keep my eyes peeled for a entryway right now, if there is one. I don't know if there is, but it kind of looks like, it certainly looks like there's an interior over here. Probably missing it. I might just fly in there and then find a way out. There's probably more than one way in too. Let's see. Oh yeah, certainly has interior in here. Well, we'll start at this room here. Let me get out of God mode and out of God mode and adjust the lighting a little bit. We'll try to find. I'm sure there's multiple ways in and out of here. But so looks like we're starting with a crew room here. Nice looking crew room. Got some interesting flooring here where you got some carpet and some hardwood. Oh yeah, there's a lot going on in here. P2 floor. Huh. I don't know if this is in a different language. I'm guessing it probably is because none of these words, I don't know what they mean. put it that way. But it certainly looks like it would translate to like crew or officer rooms. Let's get over here. Maybe captain's room. Yeah, these look nice though. I like the way the author stylized these. And that's interesting too, with the a lot of different colors and stuff going on in here. Like this is more of a greenish wall here, but you got the white wall and you got the different color carpet. It all kind of fits together and blends. Kind of looks like a pretty modern interior space. So we got a boarding gate. Oh man, some elevators there. I'll stick on this floor for now, and we'll have to remember that elevator. Looks like we got a full-blown medical bay over here. Ah, looks nice. Oh yeah, we do have some outside windows there, kind of peering over the rest of it too. But yeah, I love the brightly lit, kind of white. Got the red tones on the front there. Decontamination chamber, I do believe. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, all the equipment in here, I believe. Yeah. What do we got? Okay, that's just a locker there. Yep, very nice. And let's stick on this journal area here. So what do we got in here? Oh wow, look at that. We've got a farming section down below here as well. This kind of looks like more of a almost like a break room cafeteria type of setup over here. You got your order the food over here with the big kitchen. Got some places to sit, or maybe this room specifically is for that. Again, really cool with the glass work and the windows on the sides. Yeah, nice little kind of corner lounge-like area there. Yeah, that's cool use of the armored glass there and the block work on that. So we come, wow. So we got yeah. I'm not sure. The language is just a different language, so I don't know the what all the words are meaning right now. Wow, look at this. This looks sharp too. We're in a module Carina. Yeah, really cool. Again, the styling in this room is quite a bit different. It's actually got kind of a bit of a like a light violet or purple tint to it in here. Different texturing and lighting. Really cool. That looks sharp. So we got elevator that way. This is our hallway we came in on. God, we got some more stuff out over this way. So it looks like we got a little production area over here and some utility. So advanced constructor in our med bay and O2 over there. Right into a pentaxi tank right here, it looks like. I think that's a taxi tank. And some CPU core blocks right on the side there. Nice looking display for that as well. Another, yep. And, well, God, do I want to go downstairs yet? I think so. And there's quite a bit in here. Yeah, so we sort of walked through here, but I don't think I hit all the rooms in here. There's quite a few. But, yeah, let's go downstairs. Where was that? Not here. Holy smokes. Okay, so this is the bottom of that elevator. And we've been here. Okay, so we kind of came down through this way. And that only goes up, though. So there is another way down. I thought. I missed it. Uh-oh. G-House and Lab. Ah, here. Okay. And then it looks like we're getting into the farming setup over here. So it's got, yeah, recipe plans out here, too, on how to build the stuff. That's really cool. That is nice to know, especially for players that don't do a lot of growing or new to the game. This will give you some heads up on how to make certain kinds of meals and stuff and what you should be growing in here. And, yeah, quite a lot of grow plots all installed, so we can check the total grow plot count in the specs. And it looks like beyond this door over here, we got a big food processor and fridge setup over here. That's kind of a cool looking display for those parts there. Yeah, I kind of like that. Kind of looks like the grill pads on the bottom there, hanging down from the ceiling. Nice. So yeah, obviously this is kind of meant to be like a full-blown player base slash repair station for CVs or anything else you can put in there. And yeah, very cool, very cool. Nicely textured and colored. A lot of you can tell a lot of time and effort went into all this and all the LCD work and whatnot. Very nice, very nice. I don't think that might be most of it. I probably missed a room or two, or even more than that. But yeah, again, quite a place to tour. Really looks nice overall. I mean, everything about it is well detailed and realized here. So let's look at some numbers here. So we are unlock level 20, size class 12, 11 fuel tanks, 14 oxygen tanks, 29-hour build time, even. A little bit of Estrum and Zacosium. CPU-wise, pretty not so bad. Not so bad on CPU at all. 900 or 850,000 used, 910,000 available. Just taking a look at the devices. Okay, so we got custom folders for everything out. So I won't mess with this. I was going to try to take a quick look at what it had for its CPU parts. It looks like, yeah, we're running 4 T4s. So vanilla setup here as well. In fact, I didn't see anything on here that would say it could not be used in vanilla. Even the weaponry on here is vanilla compatible. Didn't see any like Reforged Eden specific shield parts. So I do believe this is a vanilla creation here, but it certainly can work in Reforged Eden as well. Let's take a look at its storage here. Okay, so a lot of oh, looks like a lot of it is labeled though. So we got I couldn't say what all these names are, but yeah, we definitely got like 111K there. Yeah, and that does check out. A couple 96Ks in that area. A lot of fridges. Yeah, the author took the time to label everything in here, which is really cool. As in storage, so it doesn't look like it has a tremendous, huge amount of storage, unless some of these unlabeled ones actually are larger storage areas. But we certainly have some storage going on here. A couple 111Ks, a couple 96Ks, and I know there's a lot of boxes and things in here too, or some wardrobes, stuff like that. Yeah, again, very cool. So yeah, this is the Helios Port Argo Navas REK by author Crush. Very cool. Alright, let me get the lights back on. We'll take a look at the next creation here. And this one here is, I believe this is like another form of a scan. I believe by the same author, iFool. This is the Star Trek Constitution 3 class by iFool. And yeah, very, very cool. There's a method, and I've looked at some videos on how it's done. It's really cool concept, but literally you can take a model and then have it convert it into like Empyrion blocks, and it even puts in some of the wedges and stuff like that. Not all of them, to design that up, but it's really accurate compared to the model, like where the blocks and angles and everything are supposed to be. And this is actually a really, really nice scan here. Really nice if someone wanted to like build a ship like this out. You start with this, so you got all your dimensions and proportions correct, which would save a lot of time in doing a replica. And then you would have to probably want to go through and hone in a lot of the blocks, add, replace some of the squarest parts with various angles and try to make it look all good and everything like that. But yeah, really, really cool ship. And this is a Star Trek ship, complicated saucer, a lot of angles that would be extremely hard to do in Empyrion with the blockworks. But this does an awesome job of that, and really, really cool. You can see how precise everything is with its shape and whatnot. Even how this area here is done up. It almost looks fun. It would be a huge project to totally finish off a ship and kind of like go over the hull and then build the whole interior out for it. But man, it would be like spot on with its size and dimensions and everything else going on with it. So really, really cool looking setup here. It's just one of those other things that you can do with Empyrion. And there's guides out there on how to do this as well. And it's pretty slick option here. Like, not that I do very many replicas, but I did do one replica, or did the best I could figure out how to do, and that was the MCR in Tachi a while back, and that one took a long time. I kept on having to look at pictures and try to make it all work, trying to get the length right and some of the main shapes right, and it just took a lot of changes and modifications over and over. I stretched the ship out, made it a little longer, kept on changing it and modifying it over and over again, where if I started with something like this, it would have been very much easier to do, because all that extra work would have been done already, and probably more accurate than what I was doing by sight too. So really cool. I'll just take a quick gander on the inside here. I know it doesn't have an interior or anything like that, because it's more of a scan, but this is a quite a large ship as well. I'm just kind of trying to see. Wow, look at that. Yeah, this thing could be just absolutely enormous on the inside here. And even the interior has got some angled pieces around the hull, which is really, really cool. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be all blocks or square blocks in here. But yeah, this would be quite the ship. I would love to see someone put in a lot of time and turn this into a paint it all up and do all the block work, build an interior for it, get it all like functional in Empyrion. It would be a big task, though. It'd certainly take a while. But yeah, really awesome shaping again and everything like that. Again, it's a scan, but very accurate for converting it to voxel blocks. So yeah, again, this is the Star Trek Constitution 3 class by iFool. Very cool. So let's see the next creation here, or the last creation actually, a little bit smaller than some of the other ones we've looked at today here. Let me get back over to the landing pad here. And that is this guy here. This is the NSV Bobcat G83-RE by Napalm Minus. This looks really, really cool. Wow, what a super detailed creation going on here. Trying to figure out exactly what it is. I believe this is a part that might have docked to the creation I shown by the same author last week, which was also a really, really awesome creation. This thing looks really cool, though. It's kind of, yeah, it kind of looks like a utility vehicle of some origin. Um, I love this like cockpit area over there. Obviously, it could cut some trees, so this has got to be an HV. Yeah, it certainly looks kind of like a tank HV style creation here. Really interesting block work though, and the colors and the detail levels are way up there. Very very cool looking. Yeah, we do have quite a few weapons on here as well. Let me just get out the tool here a second. I want to see if that's a real one. Okay, so that's the fake radar dish there, or the vanilla one. Just want to see if that was the real long range radar or not. So we got a access door on the top over here. Yeah, and I believe this is a part of its docking mechanism. That's an interesting setup there. So it kind of like back in and hang over a slot there, and this would kind of dock it. And I wouldn't doubt that this door would line up to the other creation as well. I don't have that here right now, but yeah, really really nice work on this though too. It's great looking HV. Love the color scheme, the white black. It's got the kind of this blue texture light accent to it, and yeah, a lot of neat things going on in there. So one thing I was trying to figure out is if it had an interior here somewhere. I'm not sure if it does or not. I was looking for an access door into it. No, it certainly has an interior. Duh, right from the top. Yeah, that's kind of how this was designed. Maybe it has ground access too. I'm not sure yet. Let's get out of God mode. We'll drop in here a minute, and let me adjust the lighting too. This looks like a really nice detailed interior as well here. Let's get something like that. Yeah, check this out. Looks like a lot of utility function here. We got 4 passenger seats, our trauma station, clone chamber. Looks like we got some storage controllers and boxes back over there. Constructor right above. Can walk right through here. Oh, that's a cool looking setup there. What is it? Oh yeah, those are some of the armored glass windows, but it's almost like there's an LCD or something going through there to make it look like that. That looks really really cool. Same thing kind of going on with the constructor here too. It kind of looks like there's an LCD or something in there to give it that color depth, like really really precisely placed there. Oh yeah, and this one's red on that side. Oh, I've never seen this this done before on the controller, like storage controllers. Oh well, I don't know. Maybe I have. It just looks different because yeah, it's like there's another layer. I've seen this or something like that before, like the ammunition, the really cool graphics there. But yeah, the whole other area being like red or purple on either side. That's cool. I've not really seen that done before. So up front here, yeah, we do have ground access door right over there, I do believe. Or does that just go to another part here? Get the light on here. Yeah, and okay, so that's out of the creation on the back. We got a detector right up front, then our pilot window right over there. Really, really nice. Sharp interior here, super detailed. Look at the little plan over there as well with our O2. Yeah, and pretty much all your standard utility function you'd want on something like this as well. So a great kind of creation if you want to pull up to POI. Maybe you could take out some turrets, but if you're running through there on ground, you could kind of park this nearby. It would shoot down drones that come into the area. If you get whacked in the POI, you can come right back in here and get rolling again. You can heal up. Yeah, just a nice utility creation for that kind of thing, I would say. We'll see what kind of storage and stuff it's dealing with here as well. Get back into God mode. I'll turn some lights back on. And let's see some numbers here. So, unlock level 20, size class 3, 40 forward, 11 strafing, 23 reverse. Obviously no up and down because it's a HV. 18 fuel tanks, 14 oxygen tanks. Can run quite a long time. 4 hour and 17-minute build time. It just touching a little bit of Estrum and Zacosium. 6 minigun turrets. It does have a multi-turret on here. It does have 2 of the harvest modules, or the tree cutters, detector, and a drill turret as well. So it's kind of, yeah, more of a resource gathering type of creation, actually, with the multi-turrets and the drill turret on here as well. CPU-wise, pretty inexpensive, CPU-wise. Nowhere near the 60K allowed for a Core 9 setup. In fact, does that break down core systems? Where we got our main core, a basic, 2 improved, and 2 advanced cores in here to bring it to that CPU level. Let's take a look at the storage here. So looks like we've got a container controller at 19,000, a little above 19,000, and a really big harvest controller on this one, 32K. That's large for a HV or SV. Then we got an ammo controller at 10K. God, we got even more storage on here. Wow. 21K here on this cargo space, and another 21K. Yeah, this thing has a lot of storage on it. Just deceivingly amount, or a large amount. Again, yeah, a 32K storage controller by itself takes up a huge amount of space and blocks to pull that off on an HV or SV. And this is yeah, running a lot more than that. So yeah, really, really cool. So utility storage, mining vessel, maybe if you're raiding a POI, a nice utility vessel to have nearby to put in the loot. You can Wi-Fi that in here, spawn back into this creation, stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of practical uses in game for such a creation like this, and really sharp looking as well. And not to mention, it's docking setup, kind of meant to work with another creation as well, or a couple different creations actually, to be able to move this around, transport it down to the ground from space, things like that. It's a really cool, innovative build, very detailed yet again. So yeah, this is the NSV Bobcat G83 RE by Napalm Minus. Very, very cool. And that is all the ships again this week. Again by or ships or creations. I won't say ships specifically, but a lot of really, really cool stuff going on here. Love to see it. And other than that, I guess you all have yourself a great day, and I will talk to you later.